Hi, I'm Serenity Minchin, and I'm here with my stepdad, Mikey Torrez. We are going to learn a little bit more about his career today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me today.
Good. I know that you're a field manager for Ninestar Connect. What made you decide to become a field manager?
Well, I was interested in technology, and so getting into my career after college, I got onto a help desk role, and I answered questions for customers calling in with internet and phone problems and TV problems. And I worked my way up in Tier 1 and Tier 2 and helping them with their problems. And after that, the next transition was what was called a switch office technician, and in getting in that role, that gave me my experience to get my job at Ninestar and get all my tasks done that I need to do at Ninestar. So that's how I got my experience, and that's how I found the role.
I know that you went to college for your career. What college did you go to, and what did you major in?
After high school, I attended Texas Tech University for my freshman year. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I majored in electrical engineering. And after that first year, it was really tough going into college, so I decided to take a step back, and I went to a community college after that at South Plains College, and got my associate's degree, and then I got into my career after getting my associate's degree.
What made you decide to switch?
Just doing electrical engineering right out of high school, I really wasn't prepared in doing all of that work and all of the tasks, and my mindset just wasn't where it needed to be. So I just took a step back and went to community college. That was smaller classrooms, a little bit slower paced, and that was better for me and my educational experience.
Was it difficult to find a job after college?
It was a little bit difficult because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had an idea of what I liked to do. So just getting my foot in the door in something technical was a little bit difficult because there's not many internet service providers. And once I was able to get my foot in the door in the support center, that's how I was able to work my way up to where I'm at today.
So did you have previous jobs before working at Ninestar?
I did have random previous jobs. The one previous job I had before Ninestar was my support role, and that really helped get my experience and knowing what I wanted to do, because I really enjoyed fixing things, especially technical with computers and networking and stuff. So that was the job that prepared me for the Ninestar job.
How was it different than your current job?
It was more customer facing and talking to customers and answering their questions over the phone. Sometimes it was going to customers' houses and helping them face to face and fixing all of their stuff. But now what I do is I'm more in the background, and I really don't talk to customers. I just make sure that our equipment works and deal with more project-based things and equipment upgrades and network upgrades rather than really talking to customers now.
Nice. I know that you moved from Texas for your job. Were you looking for specifically for Ninestar when you moved?
I really wasn't looking specifically for Ninestar. I was looking for something specifically in kind of what I do as a switch technician. Ninestar just happened to have a job position open at the time that I was looking. And so I threw my resume at Ninestar just to see, and the qualifications matched, and I liked Greenfield and they liked me, so we moved up to Greenfield so I could start the job at Ninestar.
Nice. Are there other jobs within this field that you would be interested in?
There are lots of jobs in the technical field. There are jobs you don't even really know exist in the technical field. So as long as you're interested in things that are technical and fixing things, there's lots of things that you can do in this field. Me particularly, I like what I do. I kind of found my little niche, and so if something else opens up that really interests me, I may look at it, but right now I really, really like what I do.
That's good. What are some of your responsibilities as a field manager?
I make sure, my primary job function is to make sure that phone calls process. A lot of people don't realize what happens when a phone call or when you push the button to make a call. How does that call get to the other side? And so my job mainly works on making sure that that phone call path completes and people can talk to each other. And my other job task is to make sure that the equipment that feeds internet and phone service to buildings or residences works. And so when new developments go up and new houses are being put in, we have to have equipment in place to be able to give those people internet service and phone service. And so that's really what I do in my job, and that's my primary job function as a field engineer.
I know that your schedule isn't the normal 9 to 5. Can you explain what your schedule is?
My schedule is make things work. I'm kind of like a fireman for the IT field, so if things break, I just have to be ready to go fix them. Usually it's a 7:30 to 4:30 type of hours, but you never know when things are going to break, or you never know when people are going to have a technical question, so you just kind of always have to be ready. I do work with a good team, and so they take on-call rotations. That way we're not on-call all of the time. But yeah, it's kind of like a fireman. You just have to be ready, and you have to be trained, and you have to know what you're doing just in case something breaks.
Are there any benefits to having this schedule?
Yeah, my work-life balance and Ninestar really promotes a good work-life balance. And so as long as you're trained and know what you're doing and prepared to fix any problems that may arise, Ninestar really helps or really allows me to be with my family too, and do things with family and have a good work-life balance.
Good. Ninestar sponsors a lot of the things here at Greenfield Central High School. How does this affect your work?
With me particularly, Ninestar is very big with community. Ninestar is what's called a co-op, and instead of a business trying to make a profit, what they are is they're owned by their members. And in being owned by your members, you want to do good for your members, and we're not really trying to make a whole lot of profit. We're trying to just provide a good service for our members. And so Ninestar doesn't exist without its members, and that's why we're really big in promoting community and making sure the community thrives, because if a community thrives, then Ninestar thrives as well.
That's nice. What are some of the most enjoyable parts of your job?
I'm a technical person. I like fixing things, and my job is not the same every day. I never know what problem's going to arise, and so that makes it kind of interesting because it's not the same thing every day. And there's a good work culture up at work. People enjoy each other. People enjoy the teams that they're on, and Ninestar really promotes, bringing in food or lunches or going out into the community and doing interviews like this, or going out and volunteering, and that's what I really like about working at Ninestar.
That's good. What are some of the most difficult parts of your job?
Not knowing what's coming day to day. Sometimes there can be a really big technical problem that I haven't run into before, and you'll have to research, you'll have to fix it, and so that can be really difficult. Another really difficult thing is that people want their internet to work, and so when we do maintenances or upgrades to our equipment, we have to do them at 1 in the morning, and so that way we don't affect people. So it can be kind of difficult getting some sleep while still doing your maintenances, while still having to be at work the next day.
Do you have any advice for someone looking to go into this career?
Internships and asking questions. So find somebody, if you are interested in the career, find somebody that is in that field and ask questions. What was their path like? How did that look like? Could you translate that path to you? Does that path interest you? And Ninestar does also internships and shadows. So you could do a shadow day or two in different areas that Ninestar does. And then if you're really interested, do an internship and actually get paid to come in and learn.
Very nice. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for coming in and sharing with us. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
I hope you do too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.